Welcome, folks. Championship round 2 of Ultimate Team State tonight. Should be a fun one, Steve. I'll run through the matchups real quick. We got Rapids versus River Falls, Milton versus McWanago, a matchup, Steve, that really good regional matchup. Now we get to see it in dual form. Coleman versus Aquinas, a matchup that we could have seen in the D3 state finals. Nicolay versus Kaukauna. I think, Nicolay gets their shot at Kaukauna that we maybe could have seen at Team State. Amory versus Pulaski. Baldwin Woodville versus Holman. Baldwin, the lowest seeded team remaining on the championship side, 22nd. Marshfield versus Luxembourg Casco. And Wausau West versus Fenimore. Steve, what were your initial thoughts looking at the matches tonight?
Several matches closer than I thought they were going to be. I thought before I scored them, thought they were going to be blowouts. Probably the most, I have two that I think are just, I already told Teague before we got out. I'm like, can we just pass them, say the score and pass them on, not even score them out. But yeah, surprisingly, many were closer than I thought they were going to be.
Well, that being said, Steve, what do you say we get right into it?
Hey, Teague, before we do that, I have to show you my new shirt that I just received. I got to slide this over here a little bit. You ready?
I'm always ready for some merch. Rager trained. I love it.
Nice. I'm gonna show you the back here. I can't even remember what it says.
Bright lights reveal the work done in the dark.
Yeah. Nice.
Gotta assume that's related to Joe Rager.
That'd be Rager trained. Yep.
One of your buddies up north.
That's right. Well, hey, you have a Rapid shirt and you keep teasing me with it all the time. So I'm going to tease you with a St. Croix Falls shirt.
That shirt is currently in my girlfriend's possession. She, I let her borrow it, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rapids, they are our first matchup tonight. They're taking on River Falls. River Falls, the 17 seed, Rapids, the 1 seed. Folks, let me know if you can see the screen okay and whatnot. Steve, running through this one. Rapids, we're not really using the wheel on this one, which is totally okay. Sometimes that'll happen in matches. But starting at 138, gave Josh Black a pin here over Chance Sommer. 145, Brett Bach also gets a pin. 152, Rapids bumped Bennett Weidman up to 160. And Marco Simonson takes on Miles Longsdorf. And Longsdorf gets 6 points, getting River Falls on the board. 160 pounds, Weidman versus Tyler Hayden. Matchup that I'd like to see in real life. Got our first swing match of the day here, Steve.
Go to the wheel. You got a 50-50?
Yep, straight up 50-50. And it looks like the edge goes to Rapids in that one. So Weidman wins the swing match. Next up, Kyler Tritz and Jacob Range. This one straight up gave 3 to Tritz. At 182, Tanner Barson to Gavin Cole. Gavin Cole gets 6. Then Ashton Fisher versus Gavin Clay at 195. Fisher gets 6 right back. 220 pounds. Gormanson actually gave Gormanson a straight up 6 on this one. When you look at the resume, I know the record isn't totally flattering, but Gormanson has some good matches against good competition, and all of McCarty's losses pretty much were pinned. So that was the logic on that one. At heavyweight, Vito Massa, of course, gets the pin here. At 106, Landon Freeman versus Jonas Longsdorf. Freeman picks up a decision here. 113 pounds, Preston Spray versus Travis Molter. Got this one going in Spray's favor, whether it is a major or a tech. We'll find out here. At 75 in favor of a major. And it looks like Spray does pick up the major. So we'll give Spray 4 there. 120 pounds, Carter Freeman versus Aiden Peterson. This one was 50-50 for Freeman in favor of getting a major or a pin. Oh, Will spun a little fast there at the end, giving Freeman a pin at 120. And at 126 pounds, Rapids closes out with a couple of pins at 126 and 132. So Rapids wins 55-18. They advance to the quarters. And Steve, what were your thoughts on this? I think just not a fun matchup for River Falls here.
Yeah, not a very good matchup at all. And I'm actually kind of impressed with my Steve. You and I were real close. What'd you have? 55-18. I had 53 to 21 as my final score. So yeah.
Wow.
Too off in each direction. I think we were pretty close.
We'll see what Tim had for his score here.
Tim's pretty quiet. Tim's mum is the word on this one. He's staying out of it. Doesn't want to give
think he wants to keep a little neutrality going.
Hey Tim, by the way, if you're listening, I'm check your phone right now.
Next up. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to
No, nothing. I had nothing important to say.
We got Milton versus McGuanago. Starting right off the bat here, I believe Milton did win the toss. McGuanago went with their 38 through 52 setup. They have Wazinski down at 38, Gable at 45, and Devin Lawrence at 52. Otherwise, I think oh yeah, Milton also bumped up as well, I believe. Never mind, they did not bump up in this one. I think we were thinking about bumping them up, but regardless, we'll
T, before you score, do you have this one close?
This one could be close. Yeah, I think there's a little favorite in this one though. Yeah. Yep. So going right to the third wheel here, Steve, the triple wheel. All right. So we got Kilizewski versus Wazinski. This one is 50% in favor of Kilizewski getting a decision, 25% him getting a pin, but Wazinski also has a 25% chance of winning.
I'll go with that. Tim had 47-21 for Rapids.
Rapids.
Went with Rapids.
And Kilizewski picks up the decision. So Milton gets on the board first. It's up 145. So Rowan Yauk we have going in at 145. I think we had Royce Nilo bumping up to 52. Got on the way. I know Nilo and Gable could put up a good match, but with Gable winning 4, I think Milton makes the safe call here. But with that, Cody Gable picks up 6 at 145, gets McGuanago on the board. So that brings up Nilo versus Devin Lawrence. And Nilo have either getting a tech or a pin here in favor of a pin.
6. Nilo's a beast. He's not going to go in that match and not get 6. And you got to remember, Milton's going on the revenge tour this year. They
had a pretty young team last year, didn't they?
They did. And I sat up in that booth with, as I called, the McGuanago Stoughton match. And I think half their wrestling team was up there with their coach, and their faces, said it all. They weren't shocked. They didn't see it was like a righteous anger. Like, all right, we're just going to go after this next year.
160 pounds, Michael Schlimm and Zach Elishevsky. This one, I think we just gave Elishevsky straight up 3 points on this one. We know Elishevsky's dangerous, but Schlimm, pretty solid wrestler in his own right. 170, Aiden Sinclair, one of the guys that makes Ultimate Team State easier, Steve. Gets a 6 here.
Yeah, if we can give him 36, we would. But we can't.
182 pounds, Cade DeSormo versus Hayden Chitwood. This one's a little bit of a swing match. They had a 1-point match at I believe it was regionals. But otherwise, the rest of the resume kind of fell pretty heavily into Sormo's favor. So it's a swing match, but DeSormo has a 90% chance of winning this
Okay.
one.
And if I remember that 1 point match, I mean, it was, it was close. It's a 1 point match, but it was not really in question.
Chitwood kept it close.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, almost gave him 3 points there. Yeah, DeSormo wins that one. 195, Charlie Eckert and Dane Krimplbein. This one, another swing match in favor of Eckert. Little, not the 90-10, but still 70-30 here.
Sure. Yeah, I'd go with that. I think you said Krimplbein was battling injury all year. I think he'll definitely keep it close. We saw him do that at team sectionals.
And Eckert picks up another 3 for Milton, makes it 21-9. This is where McGuanago, though, kind of comes storming back a little bit. So 220, we got Braden Lee versus Ryan Major. This one's either going to be a pin or a tech for Major.
Okay. I have it as 6.
Just want to make sure I got that down correctly.
Ooh, big. That 1 point is big for McGuanago. Just throwing that out.
Yeah, so saving a tech there. Heavyweight, Caleb Peters and Wolf Schnabel. So this one, Steve, you can maybe argue that the wheel isn't totally necessary, but who is it? Peters is kind of a fighter. I know Schnabel's very, very pin heavy.
Yep.
But on this one, it's 10% chance of decision, 10% chance of major, 80% chance of pin.
Okay.
Now, this would be one that if they stave off bonus points would be even bigger for Milton.
It would be.
But the odds are odds for a reason.
Yep.
And Wolfgang Schnabel picks up 6 there. You said that right. He's it's Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. Full name is Wolfgang. And I still haven't, I know someone's told me it's either Schnabel or it's because we're missing a letter in there. It's Wolfgang Schnabel or Schnabel, and I don't know which one it is.
There we go. Got
Either
that.
way, the name is cool.
At 106, Stikowski versus Jesse Reed. I think at this one, yeah. So this one was straight up 6 for Stikowski.
Really? I just gave her 3.
At 113, Slama comes back with a pin, but Milton picks up what would be a tech at 120.
Okay.
Haldeman gets a major at 126. And then at 132, I know this would be fun to put this on the wheel, but we straight up gave 3 to Brady Wierzbicki.
Okay.
So McGuanago wins this one 34-31. Each team won 2, 3, 7 matches, and McGuanago just got the bonus points advantage with which I think that's pretty accurate of how this duel would work out. What you end up having, Steve?
Well, I'm 1-1 on the day. I had Milton. When you said 34, I'm like, yes, I got it right. Actually, I had 34 for Milton and 28 for McGuanago. Might be my conference bias. Who knows? I mean, I might have added just a little bit in there. Who knows?
Well, I think regardless, this could be a good duel. And I think like in the real world, like without the wheel, there's a lot of factors that can change that as well. So
Yep.
Tim Spray, 35-34 muck, he said. So Tim had a couple more bonus points in there.
Where's that? I can't see a score. What the heck?
Next
there
one
it
up, we got Coleman versus Aquinas. Getting the action started at 138 pounds. We got Micah Kukta versus Jesse Pinky at 138. This one, I believe, yeah, so gave the edge to Kukta here, going back to the 3-wheel. Either being a major tech or a pin. A little bit leaning towards the major and the tech. Wow, close. The close spin on that one ends up being a tech though. For Kukta, I think that's kind of a wash there for Aquinas, kind of that in between point. 145 pounds. Casper versus Flaggy. This one,
Oof.
just straight up gave 3 to Casper on this one.
Yeah, good call.
I think Casper. I mean, Casper wins for sure.
Sure.
But I think Flaggy's good enough to where he can kind of stave off bonus.
100%. Yep.
152 pounds. Will Bieber versus Joe Pinky. Steve, this one's a big swing match here. Bieber finished 3rd in this bracket. Pinky finished 2nd. The results kind of are similar, but Pinky still just had that 55-45 advantage in this one.
I gave it to Pinky just for 3.
And Pinky gets the win. And I know I'm talking about a random thing here, but I think the wheel got it right on that one.
Sure.
160 pounds. Isaiah Nowak versus Calvin Hargrove. Got another triple wheeler here. Hargrove getting either a major decision or a pin.
Okay. I went with a pin.
Yeah, and it's on this, there's an 80% chance of bonus points. The thing with Nowak is he's pretty good at staving off points and fighting like off his back. And in this situation here does exactly that.
Wow. That would be big. But like you said, these seasoned schools, seasoned wrestlers, they know what to do in big situations.
170 pounds, Peter Kukta and David Moline. This one's a little bit of a swing match, but in favor of Moline.
Okay.
We got 70-30.
Towards Moline, yeah, I give him 3. It's be huge if the wheel goes Coleman's way. Oh, and it's going to. No.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. Well, that sets it all off. It's not close anymore.
That'd be that would be a huge win. The Coleman crowd would be going crazy in this one.
I know, I could almost feel it.
82, Riley Clark and
Team State was rocking this year, man. It was a good
atmosphere. I think I'm still most impressed by the Fenimore crowd.
Yeah, I am too. You were with me. We walked out with them all. It was in a sea of yellow. Oh, I should have worn my yellow shirt. I'd fit right in next year.
Gave 6 to Clark and then Cole Klimek. So in this one, Cole Klimek bumped up to 195 to just hypothetically, they wouldn't want to risk a loss with Klimek against Clark. So they bumped Klimek up. They trade 6 points at 82 and 95. Ends up being a wash there.
Antigue, you get like 3 or 4 high school bands in the barn, and it's rocking, man. It's awesome.
Steve, you have any trivia or anything? I got to set up a 4-wheel here.
Oh, shoot. Where are we at here? Coleman and Aquinas right now? I got nothing. I was looking, I was floored while you're setting it up. I was talking to Teague before we got on. It's weird because it seems like Aquinas has been good for a while now, but we got to remember that they just recently in the last last 3, 4, 5 years have come on. And I was just surprised, that they got their first state champ this year. But Coleman, man, 39 individual state champs, just a powerhouse program. Teague, here you go. Other than obviously you got Stoughton and Mineral Point duking it out for number one. Which team has the next most individual state titles? I'll throw that one out to the crowd too.
Other than who? Sorry. can
Other
you
than
repeat that?
the top two, right? Mineral Point and Stoughton.
Oh, I want to say Casco's in the mix. I'll throw out Casco as a guess.
Casco's your guess. I think I just want to double check before we'll make it a trivia and then you guys can battle it out.
All right. So we got
Tim's
on
got
this
the
one
answer
here,
up, which I
Steve.
think is right.
We got the 4-wheel. Hansen has it's 55-45 Hansen, and Hansen's got a little more chance of a pin, but it's at 220. Burke also has a chance of winning with a pin as well. I think Aquinas, though, is looking for 6 in this one, and that's exactly what they get. All right, then at heavyweight, Brody Zahn and Preston Horahan. Again, Brody Zahn making work easy for us. Gave 6 to Zahn here. He's pinned a lot of good guys throughout the year. 106 pounds, Markowitz versus Fitzpatrick. This one, either a tech or a pin for Fitzpatrick, with the favor going towards the pin. And Fitzpatrick picks up 6 points here. But this is just kind of where Coleman's depth, Steve. It just seems like the good wrestlers keep on coming for them, no matter how good you match up against them. Agreed. At 113 pounds, so gave Ray Lemieux and John Nowak pins at 13 and 20. 126, Brady Gross, this and Zach Moline. This one's actually a swing match. It's 60-40 in favor of Gross. Also, Moline's record is wrong on there. So don't let the 1-1 fool you.
Sorry, excuse me, everybody. Sorry, I have the numbers for who's next. Tim's already got it up there for me, but I want to ask a question when we're done with this duel.
And Moline picks up the win. Last match here, Chance Gruber versus Trevor Paulson. Gruber's either getting a decision or a major here. Just straight up 50-50.
I'm just writing numbers down for my reference, everybody. That's why I'm pushing enter. If you're wondering what the heck I'm doing.
And then Gross closes out with a major. That makes the score 39-27 Coleman. And let's see, Coleman won 8 matches. Steve, I think if this were a real duel, the way it played out, I think the big swing came at 60 when Hargrove didn't get bonus points, and then when Kukta stole the match at 70.
Agreed. What'd you have? I can't quite see it. Teague.
It ended up being 39-27.
Oh, close. Yeah, I had 35-26 for Coleman.
Aquinas is good. They can keep it close. I just think just with the firepower Coleman has in those lower weights, I think that's where they kind of run away with things a little bit in this one. Agreed.
So here's my Teague. Are you good with this duel? I think Coleman's moving on. It's gonna be a tough team.
Yeah, you're good. I can start setting up wheel stuff for the next one if you wanna.
Yeah, set up the next one. So right now, Stoughton has 55, Mineral Point has 53, Rapids is next with 45, Luxembourg Casco has 44. So here's my question for people to ponder, and obviously Tim, there was it's hard to say, oh yeah, Rapids is back because they never went anywhere, but it was just when I watched, I remember I was sitting in the stands and I was coaching. And I'm watching Rapids, and this was, I don't even remember the exact years, but it was like the zeros, right? From 2000 to 2008 or something like that. I can't remember. And I was sitting there mouth down. It was during the finals. And this guy next to me, who I didn't even know, said exactly what I was thinking. And he said, how are these guys ever going to lose? Right? They were just so good. They had so many guys in the finals that just kept winning. And I don't want to say Rapids is getting back to that level, but they're increasing. So what does Rapids have to do over these next couple of years? I mean, 45, that's obviously 10 away and 8 away. That's, that's a few years, but man, I think Rapids is going to start getting in that make that a 3-way race between Mineral Point and Stoughton. I don't know if there was a question there. I was just rambling, but it's a correct observation, right? I mean, I think if Rapids keeps going the direction they are, maybe in 8-10 years, now we have a legitimate, obviously Mineral Point and Stoughton are going to add a few there, but can Rapids add enough every year that now we do have a 3-way race?
Oh yeah, I definitely think that can happen for sure. I mean, sometimes it takes like 3 to 5 years of just getting multiple champs and you're right back in that.
Agreed.
at that amount. All right, just setting up the last 3-wheel here. And it can be less dead time between. All right, let's get into it. Kaukauna versus Nicolet.
All right, let's go to Amory Pulaski.
All right.
Sorry, was that rude? I mean, let's be real. I mean, there'd be a lot of good matches, several good matches here, but I think we just know who is coming out in this one.
We'll still play the duel out and I'll give my thoughts afterwards.
All right.
But first one's easy for you here, Steve. Grayson Clark picks up 6 at 138. 140.
I'm going with Canal, former greenskeeper, about to become the Masters champion.
Well, not Groundhogs, the Caddyshack reference.
Caddyshack, nice job, buddy. I'm impressed.
All right, Cantu Ramirez versus Lee. One of I think 4 or 5 swing matches in this one. Lee picks up the victory in that one. And I think Nicolet, well, yeah, I'll talk about I ran through this duel a few times. Ben Ott versus Toby Kavanaugh. This one, Mr. Ott's either getting a major or a pin here, leaning towards a pin.
Hey, I was watching football highlights the other night, and Ben Ott is Nicolet's quarterback.
Yeah, now Braden, who we got his match up next here. He's a running back at UWL right now.
Oh, is it really? Nice.
Yeah, didn't even get gray shirted or anything.
Really? So he's getting some playing time, huh?
So Ben picks up a major, and then Braden gave a straight up 6 here to Braden. At 170, Matthew Koisel and Judah Hammond. Koisel, sorry, Matt.
Yep.
This one got another swing match. And it looks like it's going in Kauna's favor again on the swing. So Hammond picks up another 3. That makes it 12-10 Kaukauna. Second lead change of the match. 182, Caleb Reisig versus Wenzicki. And I try to find ways to make it so it wasn't an automatic pin here, Steve. But Wenzicki's just his track record is pretty impressive. He gave us 6 to Wenzicki here over Reisig. Okay. At 195 pounds, think it's their 3rd swing match here. It looks like things swung back into Nicolet's favor. They win the swing match between Correa and Jose Medina Garzon. So Garzon picks up a win, makes it 18-13. 220 pounds, got the 4-wheel swing match here, Steve, between Jordan Luce and Demetrius Bisson.
Okay. What are
it's either going to be
options?
It's more likely to be a decision for either. It's 50-50, and they each have a 30% chance of a decision, 20% chance of a pin.
Okay. I like the 4-way wheel Teague.
It's fun. A lot of colors. All right, Bisson picks up a decision there at heavyweight between Stolmacher and Kruger. This one gave Kruger a straight up 6 after looking at things a little more. 106 pounds, Ryland Smith versus Mason Hansen or Michael Pazorski. Smith, we gave did not. It was a major or a pin in this one. And it's going to be close. And it looks like another major here for Nicolay.
Major.
And then at 13, got Mason Hansen getting 6 over Daisy Altman. Either that or Nicolay has a forfeit there as well.
Sure.
At 120, it gave Peters a major over Lewandowski.
Good way for Kaukauna to start the duel and good way to end right here.
Yeah, 126, Brian Winans versus Shiesel. I think
Might be Shizzle.
Yeah, it could be. Yep.
I went to a school with a Shizzle, and I think it was a little bit different spelling though.
And Winans gets the tech. And then Luke Lewandowski and Connor Smith. This one closing things off with one more swing match here, Steve.
Okay. I went with Smith on a decision.
60-40 in favor of Smith. And Lewandowski picks up a win.
Ooh.
Makes it so 39-23 Kaukauna. I'd say like a respectable score. I think some of the breaks that went Kaukauna, but I think realistically, Kaukauna does those good things in a duel.
Sure.
Not giving up bonus points and whatnot. But
what did you have, Teague?
39-23 Kaukauna.
Oh, okay. I had 35-18.
35-18.
35-18. Yeah.
Steve, there actually was a situation where Nicolay could have won the duel, but
what?
Usually with swing matches that happens, and they would have needed like pretty much every break to go their way.
Okay.
But regardless, they still won 6 matches. Solid duel there. Next one up here, D2 state champs Amory versus sectional qualifiers Pulaski.
Teague, as nervous as you can get for a hypothetical dual meet, I'm as nervous for this one. It's a closer than I thought it was going to be.
Now this is going to be a fun one. And Steve, we get to start off right away with a swing match. I'll actually don't have the 3-wheel on this one. But I'll set up all the wheels and then we can start flying through here.
Okay. For every swing match you have?
Yeah, just for the first. Or just for all the 3. The 3-wheel gets used twice in this one.
Okay. Yeah, heavyweight's going to be a fun one. I mean, I'm leaning towards a certain direction, but that's a rough one.
All right, going back, starting at 138 pounds, got our first swing match. Joseph Wentz versus Brady Geel.
I can't see your screen, Teague. What do you got? Amory. Okay. All right.
So big first win. I'd say the first match here definitely sets a tone.
That is big because I will say this, and my score, I have Pulaski winning that one. So
at 138.
Yep, at 138. So that's a big one.
Next one up, Mason Ty Lee versus Cole Gorecki. Ty Lee, 80% chance of getting a major, 20% chance of a decision.
Oh, really? I have a straight up pin. So there's our difference.
All right, and Ty Lee picks up the major here.
Okay.
152 pounds, Wyatt Ingham versus Caden Rubicki.
Ingham's a pinner.
He very much is a pinner. The thing with these Pulaski guys, they're very good at fighting off pins from what I noticed throughout the year. This one's a 40% chance of a tech, 60% chance of a pin.
Okay.
And it looks like it is a tech fall for Mr. Ingham.
Dang. I'm just kidding.
I know, threw off your prediction by a point.
Yeah, I did. That's right.
160 pounds. So Eddie Symes versus Tristan Taylor. This one, I'll give respects to Tristan Taylor first. His 5 losses are all to very good wrestlers. The most he
Okay.
gave up, I believe, was a major this year. But with that being said, Eddie Symes, 80% chance of major, but just with Symes, there's the chance he can rack on points and he can get a pin as well. So 80% chance of a major, 10% chance of a pin or a tech.
Okay. That's different than mine. I just have Symes with 3. So that's
And Symes picks up a major here.
major. Okay.
All right, 170. So we're going to see Pulaski get on the board here. Cole Andren versus Chase Woozencraft. Got this one it's either going to be a major or a pin for Woozencraft.
Okay.
And we're going to be on the major pin wheel for the next 3 matches, actually. Next 3 matches are definitely big for Pulaski to keep themselves in it.
Yeah, they need a pin here. Because Murder's Row is coming up.
So they get 6 there. 182 pounds, Trenton Gibbons versus Grant Cook. This one, it's still a major pin, but
Oh, you think so, huh? Okay. All right.
Gibbons is a very good wrestler.
Yeah.
We gave Cook, there was one match against a guy similar to Gibbons, where he did get pinned. I think it might have been Winzicki or something at Cheesehead.
Okay.
But it's a 20% chance of a pin here.
All right.
But I think a major is still a win here for Amory. And Gibbons does pick up a major.
Okay.
On Cook. What'd you have for that one?
I just had Gibbons with 3. I thought it'd be a tight match.
At 195, I almost didn't want to make a wheel for this one. This one is a 10% chance of a major, 90% chance of a pin.
Oh, really? Wow. Hopkins gonna pin him. Come on, Teague. You're killing me.
Wow.
What happened? What? I can't see the wheel.
Well, it ended up being the 10%.
Oh no, Teague.
That was one I argued to give Hoppy a straight up 6. and I just had to, that wasn't even like really a compromise. That was just like the kid, he had a couple matches where he got teched. He's proven he can be good on his back. So we gave him the 10% and it looked like it worked out for him here. We got the Hopkins on here and Kale might be getting a talking to after that match. So Steve, 220 in heavyweights.
He's going to get a hypothetical talk.
So Coy Hopkins so good that Pulaski's going to choose to bump up to 52-4 Robert Beasy.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Mason Wells is a very good wrestler. Yep. The 3 losses on the year are all to very tough wrestlers. I know there could be a chance for Beasy getting a pin, but in this one, there also was an argument of maybe could Wells beat Beasy, but eventually came to a compromise, gave Beasy a straight up 3 on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Now, the junior Beasy might be right closer, but Beasy, just like I said, I mentioned this before, he just reshaped himself in the offseason. He can take on those younger, or not younger, but those smaller, quicker guys.
106 pounds. This was another one. It was swing match territory. I think maybe it could have swung towards Burke as well, but got 3 swing matches left in this duel, Steve.
Okay. And what's your score at, Teague? I can't see.
Oh, it's we'll go back and check it real quick.
Okay.
So Capela picks up the win at 106. I think that one might be classified as a little bit of an upset, even though it's a swing match territory. 113 pounds. This was probably one of the matches I'd want to see the most. Ethan Eggert versus Lane Anderson. Another straight up 50. Wow. So Pulaski rips off 2 big wins. at 113 and 120. 120 pounds here. Colin Pratt versus Braden Pernard. Going back to the 3-wheel, either a major tech or a pin on this one.
Okay.
All right. Ends up being a tech.
For Pratt.
And that makes it 29-21, which Steve,
Yep.
I'll tell you right now, 132, we have it as a pin in favor of Pulaski. So
Oh,
it comes down to one final swing match here.
no way. You gave, I disagree. I don't think, Pulaski get the pin at 32, but that's just me. I have it as just a regular decision.
Oh, wow. And it could not be. Oh, my.
What happened?
Pulaski wins the swing match at 26.
Are you staying with your pin at 132?
I mean, I know Kelly has a lot of pins on his resume. What do you?
I mean, I think if anything, you give 3 to Pulaski. Right. But Kelling's he's a 13-13. You look at where they go, right? I mean, it's a tough, they don't wrestle a bunch of cupcakes.
Steve, this one hurts me just as much as it hurts you. We just got the last one marked down as 6.
Wait, don't say weed. You got a mouse in your pocket. I have
yeah, no. All right, let's run through this real quick.
Okay.
I think 195 that I think that one is a pin. I mean, the chances that it landed on the 10%.
Yeah, you got to change that to 6. So what I don't even, Teague, I can't see your score.
The final score is Pulaski 30, Amory 29.
All right. Well, you at least got to give him the pin and send it to the.
Well, the pin would make it, I mean, it wouldn't be a tiebreaker.
Oh, it wouldn't. Okay. I have, just so you know, I have Amory 34, Pulaski 30. So I do have it close.
I mean, I guess just looking, we got to run with it. This one like hurts to go with because you have, questionably the best team in the state.
Yeah.
Regardless of division. I think what hurts Amory is at 182. That steals a win away from Grant Cook. Pulaski won 3 out of 4 swing matches. And then at 195, not a pin by Cale Hopke. I think that's one that a lot of people would argue. I think even myself would argue that that's an automatic pin.
All right.
But
so are you sending Amory to the wrestlebacks?
Amory's going in the consolation.
Oh, Teague, you're going to have one ticked off squad.
I'm just going to say this, folks. I try to run it as honorably as possible. Amory wins this duel 19 out of 20 times. I can't tell you how many times I ran this one outside of what we did tonight.
Right. Hey, when is the fan voting? Is that still going on right now?
Yeah, fan voting's still going on.
I would wonder. I'd like to see what the fan vote has this one as.
Well, Stone beat Pulaski in the first one.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
all right.
That's Steve. I'll wear this one on the chin. If we get comments or messages,
let the record show.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just messing. We
were. Man, Ultimate Team. That's the craziest match we've had so far.
Yeah.
All right, Baldwin, Woodville, and Holman. Man, I gotta recover from that one real quick.
Do you have the height? You don't have the. Well, I suppose you got too many tabs open. I was just wondering what the fan voting is right now for that one.
Oh, Amory's up on Stone. It's like a 60-40, 70-30.
Oh, so the fan one, you got a totally different one. I got you. Okay.
It's just it's just will this team win? Will this team win?
I think Amory's gonna be in the finals for the fan voting. That's just I'm just calling it.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're gonna. I hate to be any team on the consolation side of things right now.
All right, we got 3 left.
Baldwin Woodville versus Holman. Starting off, Schmidt versus wow, I'm like almost what a was
What a
not
crazy
expecting
hypothetical
that.
duel.
Not great for the PR. All
Well, and
right.
everything that we put out on social media is it's the fan one, isn't it? I don't think people.
We put the fan bracket out, but we put the YouTube bracket out as well.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Starting off. So Schmidt versus Jan. Jan's either getting a decision, a major, or a pin here. I gotta. All right, 50% chance of a pin.
Oh, at 138, you're already there. Sorry.
Yep.
Just get my screens open.
Sorry, I'm still recovering from the last duel where our 3 seed lost.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think Jan got the pin there. 145. Gartman versus Cradville. Got this one either as a major. Or a pin. I think it's a. Oh, sorry, got that mixed up. Oh no, we're good.
Okay.
All right, so for Cradville. 152, Logan Gordon versus Branson Beers. Yeah, Beers either getting a major, a decision major, or a pin as well. Also, remember, I do this with other people, so I have someone to check me on the Holman bias.
Oh, do you? All right.
Yeah.
That's good. I just score it. I just let my bias just play away.
All right, 160 pounds. Andrew Thompson and Benson Swadek gave a straight up 6 to Swadek on this one.
Agree with that.
170 pounds. Got our first swing match in this duel. Between Gerald and I believe it was Anderson. I'm going to type in BW there. Got 60-40 in favor of Gerald. Oh yeah, Tim. If Tim's still on, I wonder what he had for the score.
For which one? Oh, the Amory one. Amory Pulaski.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So Holman picks up the swing match there. 182 pounds. Kyle Marty versus Dylan Lethan. This one, another swing match, 75-25 in favor of Lethan. All right, Lethan picks up the win there. All right, Ramberg versus Banks. This one gave a straight up 6 to Ramberg.
Agreed.
220 pounds. Then Holman comes back with a couple of pins at 220 and heavyweight.
Yep.
And at 106, Gartman versus Thiel.
I got B-dubs winning the next 4.
Yep. So actually, got Baldwin winning a trio of majors in this one. Then at 126, we got a swing match in favor of Weiss.
Holman. All right.
Yeah, I think the wheel just favoring Holman in this one. And then 132, Fink versus Cradville. Just gave Preston Cradville straight up 3 here.
Okay.
So a 43-18 Holman.
Ooh. I had a little tighter. I had 34-28. for Holman.
Yeah, I mean, they did. I think they went 4 for 4 on swing matches. I know most of them were in their favor, but
Sure.
yeah, I mean, if you think about Baldwin, they kind of got upset in the first round and just ended up going against a higher seed. So
Yep.
that's just the nature of things. All right, Marshfield versus Luxembourg Casco.
Teague, I'm still thinking back to our match. Did you ever watch that video? It's an international match, and out of protest, the coach, I don't even remember what country they're from, but out of protest, the
Is
coaches
he the
start taking
coach
off
that
their,
like he like stripped or something?
yeah, he
like
started taking
that?
off his clothes. I'm like, I feel like that's what I should do right now in protest. So take, I mean, what kind of protest is that? I'm gonna take off my clothes, run around in my underwear. Oh.
So we got Marshfield, Luxembourg, Casco. And Steve, we get to start off with a fun one right away.
Marshfield, did you skip one, Teague? I think you skipped Wausau West and Fenimore, but you can do Marshfield.
That's the last one.
Oh, okay. I must.
That's the 15 and the 2.
Oh, okay. They're out of order for me. All right, Marshfield, Luxembourg, Casco.
So this one's interesting. Blaskowski and Ronsman wrestled at Bi-State. Blaskowski did pick up the pin.
Okay.
So I think based off the results, Blaskowski is the favorite. Gave him a 70% chance to win with a 30% chance of a pin as well.
Okay.
But Ronsman also still has a chance of victory here.
Sure. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And Blaskowski gets the decision. 145 pounds, Brett Franklin and Tristan Theory. This one going to the 3-wheel again. And we got Franklin getting either a decision major or a pin.
Thinking about it, after next round, where our teams are cut in half.
Yeah, next week we got consolation round 2.
That's only 4. Is that 4 matches we have?
Well, no, we'll be down to 16. So 8 matches again, and then we'll be down to our final 16.
Okay.
All right, and Franklin picks up a pin over Theory. All right, Garrett Willowhite versus Hunter Junio. This one kind of a swing match, but Willowhite, very very impressive resume again. Steve has a sudden victory match versus Brett Bach. Beat Parker Cradaville at one point during the year.
Wow.
Gave him an 80-20 advantage over Junio.
Okay. I went straight to Willowhite.
All right, so Willowhite wins. 160 pounds, Griesbach and Ruthio. All right, straight up swing match in this one.
Okay.
I think
go ahead.
think this one kind of might begin to must-win territory for Luxembourg. And ends up in Marshfield's favor.
Ooh.
All right, 170 at Doziel and Shanebeck. We got 60-40, either a major or a tech here for Doziel.
Yeah, just like the Amory Pulaski. Luxembourg just doesn't match up well with Marshfield.
All right, that would be a tech fall. All right, 182 pounds, Denny and Wage. I think this one going to the 3-wheel. It's going to either be a decision major or a pin. All right, and it was a major. All right, 195, Cody Wykes versus Sebastian Sauter. This one got Wykes either getting a decision or a pin.
A lot of wheels on this one.
This one is very wheel heavy. All right, that is a pin at 195. 220 pounds, Karolfi versus Van Donzel. Straight up gave Karolfi the decision on this one. Karolfi, one of the heroes from Marshfield at Team State, beat Carson Westcott in the Holman duel.
That's right.
Heavyweight, Kruger versus Chervinka. Steve, if you got trivia, now's the time to do it.
I had nothing. I had nothing really for Marshfield and LC. I was going to let everybody know that we are recording our first team section, or I'm sorry, our our sectional preview this coming Sunday. So Division 1, Sectional A. Who do we have on? Cody C, right?
Yep, Cody C
There you
from Marshfield.
Coach of Marshfield. Looking to line up some great coaches this year. Trying to get our sectional B one lined up. Won't announce it yet. Working on it right now.
For those that were on the whole time, they might have an idea.
We're working on it.
All right, looks like Chervinka picks up a pin at heavyweight. And then at 106 and 113, Luxembourg also. Well, Luxembourg actually picks up, so they get the win at 113.
Yeah, I got them winning in
Then
the next 4.
Easton Warachek also gets a forfeit as well.
So where?
At
At 120?
Forfeit. Yeah. So Caleb Denny moves up to Bastion. Sorry if I didn't change that in your lineup.
Yep. No, that's all right.
But, Denny and Bastion, they move it up just if Denny loses to Warachek, that basically steals a win for them.
Okay.
So Denny versus Bastion. It's either going to be a decision or a major for Denny.
Decision. That's big.
And then at 132, we got one more swing match.
Oh, match is over on your score. Never mind. We're good. I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well in my picks tonight. I'm just saying it.
This one goes in favor of Marshfield.
Okay. Now you're giving Cliver. You got Cliver or no, did you do 32 as a swing?
Cliver's the swing at 32.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, 26 was Denny either getting a major or a decision.
Okay.
So 39-24 Marshfield. And I mean, Marshfield, they end up winning 10 of 14 matches.
Wow.
Luxembourg got big on bonus points, but I just think they had to steal a couple more. I mean, I think it was 2 more swing matches and then save some bonus points. I think you put it perfect, Steve. Just a nightmare matchup for Luxembourg.
I have 3 losses tonight, Teague, already. I had Luxembourg, and once again, maybe a regional bias, right? 30-28. I had Luxembourg Casco over Marshfield.
It'd be a lot of good matches in that duel.
Excellent. Yeah.
A lot of high level wrestling.
All right. Now you go into our last match. I know you got to set up your wheel, Teague. We were chatting a little bit about which ones we thought were going to be blowouts. I predicted this one was going to be a semi blowout, and Teague corrected me and said he thinks it's going to be a lot closer than that. So I will say this: if I'm wrong on this one, I'm going to, out of protest, not eat ice cream for the rest of the night.
I think I'm eating ice cream no matter what.
Well, I already ate ice cream, so that was kind of like, but
oh.
I already had it before we got on the show.
All right. We just got swings and we just got All right. So 138, Wausau West and Fenimore. Starting off with Gabe Galong and Tristan Stout going right to a swing match.
A lot of swings in this one.
Yep. Yeah. And Wausau West picks up the first win here.
What?
Did you have 3 for Stout?
I did.
145, Ramos and Hahn. This one I got either as a major or a tech for Ramos. And that ends up being a tech fall.
Not looking good for me.
152, Heisler versus Zandowitz. I think we got double swing matches here, Steve, at 52 and 60. So just going to stay on the wheel for both of them.
So Wes won 2,
West
not
has,
swing matches. They're all right. All right.
Well, West
I'm getting
has
nervous
won
here.
2 swing matches in a row.
This wheel is killing me, Teague.
I think it's killing all of us a little bit. And the 160 swing match. It's streaky tonight. That's what it is. Wow. West peels off 4 wins in a row. 138 to 160.
Ooh.
170 at Napawaki versus Blaschke. Got this one either a major or a pin for Napawaki.
Really? All right. I get Blaschke 3. My predictions are not doing well.
All right, that's a major at 170.
All right, that helps.
182. I think Fenimore, this is must win territory for them almost.
Oh, they're on the board. You just got to give it automatic.
And it's not automatic, Steve. 3. Wow, this one,
What do you got? Who did
LaRue picks up the win.
No, have you seen Cameron Wolf wrestle? He's a beast.
Yeah, LaRue also very tough wrestler. 195. We got Barons and Dalton Wolf.
Well, I mean, you got the Muscle Magazine guy. I mean,
yeah, no, this one's either going to be a tech or a pin for Barons.
this one's over, Teague.
Yeah.
My score is way wrong. I'm 4 for 4 tonight.
We
4 and 4, I should say.
We got to see through the rest of the duel, though.
No, we don't.
All right, 220, Gearink and Winkers. This one is either 3 or 6 for Gearink. And Gearink gets a pin. All right, at heavyweight, we got.
I've already checked out, so we're good.
we got a 12-point swing match here.
At heavyweight,
I guess if Fenimore is gonna win one, this would be it. It's a pin or a pin.
50-50?
No, 55-45
for Fenimore.
Yep. And
wow.
Fenimore gets 6 there.
All right.
106 pounds. Amron Nutter is either getting a major or a pin.
Fenimore's got a pin out. I don't think that would help. Teague, we're not going to get Chad back on our show, you know.
Well, he doesn't have a choice if you win state. All right. 13 crop is either, well, it's a 1090 major pin, but we've seen how that has worked out tonight.
He's getting a pin.
Crop gets a pin there at 120. He gave Brecken Minch a major. 26, Birchman gets a pin. And at 1 to 32, the one last swing match for the road.
I'm not even going to tell you what I had for a score. No way.
All right, and Fenimore wins the swing. Well, Steve,
What do you got? 33-29? Is that what that says?
Wausau West, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
All
good
right.
couple weeks for for Northeast D1 Wisconsin, a good couple weeks for the Wisconsin Valley. And Wisconsin Valley has 3 teams in the quarters. I don't know. I'm kind of floored right now. That it was a very, very unexpected night of duels for sure.
All right.
Folks, like Steve said, we got our first podcast for sectional previews coming up.
Yep.
That should be released on Monday.
Sunday.
thank you.
It's going to record on Sunday, released on Monday, right?
Yes, sir. That's the plan. And we
Awesome.
are gonna, yeah. And then basically wrestling season for us now.
That's coming.
All right, folks. We'll catch you next week for consolation round 2. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you on the flip side.